Hi, Mike Kennedy with you, and look at this, we got a track phone. Well, why do we have a track phone? Because my track phone died. I find these track phones, I believe this is the same model, but we'll check inside here to see. LG442BG. Let's see if I got the same model number or not again. Oh, no, this older one is an LG441GB. So this is a 2BG. Okay, so it's been updated. But basically, it looks similar for features. You can, okay, maybe I should have, there's the model number. Okay, there's my SIM card. I might as well leave this open. I'm going to change that out. Okay, so $20 for a phone. They're talking about the plan there, but this phone was $20, okay? So I find that these phones last about 2 years. You can see that if I turn it back on, please wait. It has this nice little screen on the outside, which you can tell I broke. I sat on it one time and I broke it. That was fairly early into the 2 years, but this phone was working perfectly till just recently. I can't talk on it. It doesn't ring. Sometimes the text comes, sometimes they don't. So we just go out and replace it with another $20 phone. So my actual operating costs, I mean not the operating cost, but for the cost for the phone itself is $10 a year. So I think that's a pretty good deal. We get 3G speed, text and picture messaging, internet and email access, 1.3 megapixel camera, screen image simulation. Oh, they're showing that's a simulation. Okay. Okay, so let's open it up, see what's in the box. We've got one of these nice sticky things here. It was funny. I'll get these at Walmart. I went all the way to Walmart, and Walmart was out of them, has been out of them, and they said the other one at Wyndham was out of them. They said, why don't you check with Rite Aid? So here I am with Rite Aid. My Rite Aid right in my local town. You know, I didn't have to go one town over after all. So here we have the phone. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, my goodness. It looks pretty much identical. Okay. On, off, press and hold. Okay. Let's find out what we have here. We got the battery. Now I've got, you know, one of the advantages, this sounds silly, but if rebuying the same model instead of going crazy with new models is that now I have spare batteries, I have spare chargers, I have spare all kinds of things. I have spare backs. I don't think I need any spare backs, so. Oh, what have we forgot to do? Well, we're going to charge this up first. Normally you charge these for X number of hours. Sometimes they ask you to do it for 24 hours. We've got a nice charger there. And then we've got all the material in here. We've got the service guide. We've got some bonus minute things we can get. Terms and conditions of service. Here's our quick start. Okay. Now I find that whenever I switch, of course, I want to keep my same phone number, so that usually involves calling the carrier and being on the phone for half an hour sometimes a lot less, but it seems like you never just switch the SIM card and it works. Oh, look at this. Made in Vietnam. It never just works. There are code numbers they have to put in. Sometimes they're 10-digit long code numbers. And you know, they gotta have the serial numbers and all that. That's on there. So anyway, I just wanted to open it up, show you the now the new model we have here is the LG442BG. So if I can, some of the things I like about the phone is this exterior screen here, that it kind of tells you what's happening. The phone call, you can identify it before you even open it, which is nice because I have this spammer that calls me, and I just put his phone as spam on there. All his numbers, he uses multiple numbers in the state of Maine, and I just list them all as spam, and then I just look at it and I don't pick it up. So it's nice to have that external thing. One of the things I don't like about this particular phone is the screen is so small that it makes it really difficult to look at photographs on it. Maybe I'll play with that more, but usually when I send photographs to other people, it's fine. They have a bigger screen, but this screen is kind of small. And of course I kind of have high standards when it comes to photography, but I have poor eyes now too, so bigger screens are better. And you might just ask why I don't get a smartphone. Well, I can't afford a data plan. Anything I do that requires data means I'm by a Wi-Fi connection, either at my house, library, stores, wherever I go. So there we go. Just a brief opening of the LG442BG. And I'm going to transfer I'm going to charge this overnight. I'm going to transfer my SIM card in the morning, and we'll see if we can't get it going again. But I say $10 a year for the actual cost of the phone. I'm not talking about whatever plan you might want to do with it, but $10 total cost for a phone I think is pretty good, and it has served me well. I have it mostly for communications with my wife. Not that I don't talk to other people, but I know that if she leaves the house, I leave the house, and she needs me, she can call me and get me. I found too, when I worked with special needs people, and to me, gee, I always wanted to have a cell phone on me. See, nowadays everybody just has cell phones anyway, but it gave me a sense of security, being able to know that I could contact anyone if I had to. Now at work, gee, I think I only used it twice in situations that I thought were emergencies, but it's nice to have it around. And you'll see in another video, my wife now has a button she wears, and she presses the top button and it rings directly to my cell phone. It's kind of like the I've fallen and I can't get up button, but instead of going to a service, it goes directly to me, which is really nice. And so that way she can she doesn't have to worry about pressing it by mistake or anything like that. So there we are. Track phones, inexpensive, not a data plan, don't need the data plan. There we go.